To access your new website, you need to type in the name of the website followed with wp-admin, and once you do that and hit enter, it will bring you to this page. And there's where you put in your username and your password. Your username can be an email address or it can be whatever you decide. And then once you have that in, you click on log in, and that brings you to the dashboard. So in this short demonstration, we're going to show some of the key elements of what we covered in lesson number 1. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to add the theme. And to do that, we go down our menu here until we find Appearance, and then we go across to Themes. And what we do then is we add a theme. So we click on this button. And you can use, obviously you can scroll down and search and pick whatever you want here. Or if you want to use the same theme we're using in the class, it's called Sydney. So what you do is search themes, and you'll type in Sydney. And there it is there. Now obviously mine is installed, but what you will have here is you will have a button with Install, which you will click, and then the second button then it will appear, which will be Activate, and you click that. Once you've done that, you'll know it's working because it will show Installed and it'll show Activated there. You'll only ever have to do that once, then you're done. To return back to your dashboard at any stage when you're working on your website, click on the dashboard menu item. Our next thing we're going to do is we're going to add a page. To do that, we go down our menu to Pages, and we click on that. We go up the top here, Pages, Add Page. We click on that. So the first page that we're going to add is our home page. So we're going to do exactly what it tells us to do on the screen. Add title, H-O-M-E. There we go. Now our next thing, it's telling us type to choose a block. I'm going to use my mouse. I'm going to click in here. So I can either start typing here, or I can click on the little plus sign here to add a block. For this one I want to put some text in. So I'm going to choose paragraph. And I start typing. Welcome to my new website. So for the moment I'm just putting a little bit of text. Here we sell wool, yarn and craft materials. If I want to add something else to that, if I want to add another block, all I do is I hit enter, and I can type or I can choose a block. Click on this again. If I want to type, I'll do paragraph. If I want an image, I will do there, heading, and so on. And in fact, if you click Browse All, it'll give you all your options there. For the moment, all I'm going to do is leave that one piece of text. When I'm ready, I'm going to publish that page. So to do that, I click up here, top right hand. It'll always ask you, double check, are you ready to publish? And I'll hit the button yet again. That will allow me then to publish my page. Now we're going to add another page. So to do that, we come back to our dashboard, go down to Pages again. Now you can see where I've created that home page there. I've just done that. I'm going to create another page. Add page, and this one I'm going to call News. For this one, I'm not going to add any blocks or any text on this page for a reason, which you'll know why after lesson number 2. But for the moment, I'm just giving it a title, and I'm hitting Publish. Are you ready to publish? It'll always ask you twice, just in case. And I have. To return back to my dashboard, I just click on this button up here on the top left-hand corner with the logo, and that brings me back here. Now you can see I have a home page and I have a news page. When you create your website initially, the page that will appear when you type in your domain name is not automatically going to be the home page. You have to set that. So to do that, what we do is we go down to Settings, and what we go across to is Reading. This is a setting you'll only have to do once at the very beginning when you're building a website. You'll probably never go back in here again, but it's important. At the moment, the settings are incorrect, and they will be in all your websites. Your home page displays the latest posts. I don't want that. I want a static page. I actually want the home page. Traditionally, what you would expect, the same page every single time. The static page, home page, well, which page is it? So I click down here, and at the moment I have a home page, which you saw me create, a news page, which you saw me create, and a sample page, and I'm selecting home. Now the post page I will cover later on in the course, but for the moment all you need to know is for post page you select a page called news. And that's it. Save changes. And now we're ready. Another setting that we want to set, again just once, and it's here under settings and under general. The site title, and at the moment it's set to WordPress. So I'm going to change this, and I'm going to change this to the name of my pretend website. And it's called The Little Yarn Shop. We're also going to put in a tagline, and in this tagline, Irish Craft Shop for everybody, or whatever you want there. And I am going to just hit save on that one. And just a little reminder just in there, just to make sure you can have a little look down here. The site language, English United States, let's change that. And let's put, doesn't have Ireland on it. So what we'll have to do is we will pick, we'll find it quickly. We select English UK there. Date is on it there, is fine. And we'll save changes. And that's just for the spelling when we're actually typing on the website, just make it easy for ourselves. Back to dashboard again, where we always start. So the next thing we want to do is we want to create a nice header for our homepage. At the moment, this is what the homepage looks like. Let me show you. To get to see what the public will see on the website, what you will do is you will go up here on the top left hand side. This will be the name of your website, whatever you call it, and we click on Visit Site. So what I'm going to show you is how I got this image here, because when you have your theme, it'll be blank. So let me show you how I did that. So we go back to our dashboard, we hover over our name, back to dashboard, and we go into Appearance. Click on that. And then what we want to do is we want to add the image for the header. So to do that, under Appearance, we will see Header. And we're clicking on that. In the header, there's lots of different options and different things we want to do, and sometimes it jumps a little bit like that. But what we want to do is first is we want to go and have a look at the hero area. So we're just going to hit the little back button there. And we'll see hero area. Click it here. When we get to here, we want to go to hero slider. With this theme, and what I like about it is that you can have just one image, or you can have several images moving across. You can make up your mind. In fact, you could have up to 5 if you want. And you can see here on the right hand side that I actually can change text overlay on it, and I can also add a clickable link as well. So remember, the image for this, if you're using this theme, the size of the image is 1920 by 1080. And I got that here under Header Media. So using a different theme, if you look there, you should see what the size is. So what I need to do is I need to go to Canva, and I need to take some pictures from there, and I need to make several images in Canva, and I need to upload them here so that my slider will move across. So let's go into Canva and let's do that. Now we've moved across to Canva, and I need to make a custom size. So I click here. I type in that size 1920, 1080, and create a new design. Now obviously if you have your own photographs you can upload them here onto Canva and use them, but for this one I'm going to use the images and photos that are already in Canva. So I have my size here, but what I need to do is I need to find some images. So I go to Elements, down to Photos, and for this one here I'm going to search for something to do with knitting. And I'm going to see if I can see any free pictures here. This is a particularly nice one. I'm going to use this one. I'm going to name my picture up here. I'm going to download it, and I'm going to download this as a JPEG and make it nice and small. And I'll do that several times and get my images ready. The next thing I want to do is I want to upload my images. So to do that, I go here, back into my dashboard, and I go to Media. And Media is where all your images are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Add Media File, and I'm going to upload a couple of images to here. I have my images uploaded, so just add media files, select files, and took them from my laptop. So now you can see I have a few different images here. It's important that we name our images. So for example, this one here, when I brought it across, it has no alt text, caption or description. So what I need to do is I need to call them something. So I'm going to start off with my brand name, Little Yarn Shop, knitting classes. And obviously you'll just use your keywords for this one here. The Little Yarn Shop wool supplier. You can fill in caption if you want. I'm just going to move down into descriptions. And the Little Yarn Shop wool and knitting supplies for crafting Ireland. There's no save button once you type it. Use X on that one there. So all of these need to be done the same way. And if I want then to add an extra image under my header area, what I will do is I will go back to my dashboard, down to Appearance, down to Header, click on Header here. It doesn't bring you, it might just jump an extra step, it normally does. Jumps all over the place a little bit. So what I want to do here under the hero area, and from here I'm going to hit on the hero slider. In the second slide, I'm going to select an image, and I'm going to pick this one here, just one I've just done. Choose image. And now you can see I have two images. So I can continue adding a third and a fourth one as I'm going down. And just to finish this one off here, when I go to the first slide, if I want to change the text here, what I can do is I can click on the pencil here, or I can type in here. I can put the Little Yarn Shop wool and craft supplies. So you can see that if you're going across. And that's for my first slide. And the second slide, I can do exactly the same. Hope you're seeing that. Right, for everyone there. The important thing in this one here is to hit the publish button, otherwise your changes won't be saved. And that is the demonstration for lesson number 1.